registration requirement for issuance of securities. Okay, it is the group of rules most commonly used by issuing companies. Now, the primary rules are rules 501 through 508. They provide the definitions, the background material, and some of the procedural requirements. And then rules 504, 505, and 506 are the actual requirements for the individual exemptions. Now, these are safe harbor provisions for the statutory-based exemptions under Section 4, primarily 4A2 and 4A5. But so if a company runs afoul of the rule-based exemptions, they could still potentially qualify for an exemption under a statutory exemption. So they're safe harbors because they give double bite at the apple in that way. And like I said, there's Rule 504, 505, and 506, and each of these have different requirements, different dollar values for the potential issuance value up to 506, which has a unlimited issuance provision. And they each deal with they each have certain restrictions on there. They either have a sophisticated requirement or an accredited investor requirement. They have specific numbers on the number of unaccredited investors versus accredited investors that can be purchasers of the securities. They generally are transactional exemptions for the issuer themselves, not for subsequent sellers of the securities or broker dealers. It's for the company. And then, except for under certain provisions of Rule 506, there is a limitation on the ability to generally solicit. There can be no offers or solicitations for the sale of securities outside of going through the traditional method of using a broker who contacts their immediate business contacts for the issuance. So there can be no general advertisement or general solicitation, which these can be huge limitations on the company, like I said, which makes that second provision under Rule 506 extremely important because it actually allows for certain general solicitation of purchasers. So anyway, this is Regulation D. We're going to go through Rules 504, 505, and 506 individually to talk about the individual exemption provisions.